A lot of SaaS founders that I've met recently have one thing in common. They have spent months in trying to build a deal, showing their demo, convincing large enterprises to give their products a try. However, I have seen most of them lose all their premium value in the last 2 weeks leading up to the deal closure. That's when the procurement team comes in and they start demanding a 50, 60, maybe even 70% discount with a plain poker face. Has that happened to you? Well then, welcome to the club. Today, I am going to share 5 practical negotiation principles with you, my own playbook that will help you protect your price, your margin, your confidence, especially when you're dealing with CXOs in large enterprises and those difficult to negotiate with procurement teams. We are not talking theory here. We are talking about practical examples from my 25 years of experience selling technology and SaaS to some of the largest enterprises in the world. These principles, this playbook has helped me close 7-8 figure deals effortlessly. If you master these principles, you'll not only close more deals, but you'll also be able to close them at a higher value. So let's get started. Tip number 1, anchor early and anchor high. It is the mandate for all procurement teams to get you to negotiate against yourself. If you walk in setting their expectations at the lowest price point, then you are going to go into a downward spiral, what we call as procurement hell. The idea is to ensure that you are able to anchor the price earlier in the conversation, and remember that the first price that they hear is often the benchmark that they set for your solutions. It is important that you anchor your price in terms of business outcomes. For example, saying that, hey, you will be able to save up to 5 crores of your operational cost by simply implementing this solution, which comes at a mere investment of 50 lakhs. That is 10x more outcome for the amount you're investing in, versus saying that, hey, our solution is going to cost you 50 lakhs. Never ever pitch it as a cost, but always look at what they are going to get in return for their investment in your solution. Always anchor with what they are going to get, what is the business outcome that will be impacted, and not the cost that they'll have to bear. More often than not, I have seen a lot of founders immediately anchor their lowest price, some selling for 10 lakh, 12 lakh, or even 15 lakh, where they could have easily gotten at least 40-50 lakhs for the same solution had they taken the approach of quantifying the business impact and anchoring the price basis the business outcomes. Tip number 2. Procurement will always ask for price cuts. It is literally their job to ask you for as much discount as possible. Your job here is to discount value for value and not just drop the price. Don't immediately cave in. Ask for something in return. For example, if they're asking for a 15% discount, ask for something in return that is going to help you build a better deal. Maybe rights for publishing a case study, go live announcements, or making them into a reference customer. And more often than not, the simplest thing that has worked is asking for better payment terms. In lieu of, let's say, a 10% discount, can we agree on an annual upfront payment? Think of this like a give and get. The moment you start agreeing to discounts, it gives an indication to the procurement that, hey, we could ask further, and the discounting never really stops. It might start with 10%, it might go to 20%, 30%. As long as you keep caving in, they will keep asking more. But once you have ensured that you will be able to offer the price discount only in lieu of something valuable in return, and then stick to your ground, it gives them an indication that that is the best price that they can extract. And for any further negotiation, they will also have to give something back in return, which is equally valuable. So ensure that you are trading value for value and not just dropping the price. Principle number 3, control the payment terms. This is where a lot of founders and sellers really flounder. Let's say you are closing a deal worth 1 crore but the payment terms are 90 days, then essentially a lot of your money is stuck with the client for the 90 days before you can invoice them, recover the money, and keep providing them with the service while the money is still pending with the client. In this case, what has really worked for me is always opting for annual upfront payment. You can always justify it by citing the overall investment that you will be making in ensuring that the client gets the outcomes that they desire. It could be better onboarding, it could be more compute, it could be providing them with certain resources to ensure that you're able to get them to the ROI that they desire in the shortest possible time. Money in your account will help you execute the deal, put in more resources, plan your finances, and a good cash flow beats all other vanity metrics any given day. Principle number 4, dealing with competition. Use your competitive leverage wisely. It is simply a procurement's role to even threaten that, hey, there are competitors who are offering a better price. I have been in situation where the competitors were willing to offer their solution absolutely free of cost just to acquire a premium logo. Out here, one thing you have to understand is not to beat the competition on price but on value. The way to respond without looking defensive is number 1, acknowledge. Yes, we acknowledge competition exists and they might be willing to offer you a solution at a lower price. I understand that the cost is important for you. Then differentiate. This is where you essentially show how you will be able to help the customer achieve the ROI faster. Remember, there will always be someone in the market who is willing to offer the same solution as you at a cheaper price. But your ability to hold on to the value prop that you deliver, the experience that you deliver, will help you convince the customer more than price matching with competitor. Once you get into that habit of trying to match the competitor price, there are no winners there. You will always end up deep discounting and not truly extracting the full value that you truly deserve. The next principle might sound very contrarian, that is, slow down towards the finish line. Most sellers do the exact opposite by rushing in to try and close the contract ASAP as soon as procurement has shown any kind of indication on acceptance of your service. This is a well-known technique implemented by a lot of procurement teams. They will always ask you for additional discount for signing the deal early. Don't fall into this trap. If they're offering immediate signing in lieu of some discounts, always ask yourselves what is driving the urgency. Remember, your leverage is highest when they have chosen you. That is when you can lock better terms, not when you are still trying to prove yourselves. There's a small story that I would like to share with you. While I was negotiating a very large enterprise contract, the procurement had a stiff budget of, let's say, 80K. But we stuck to our guns and maintained a price of 150K. The offer was, if you accept 80K, we will sign the deal tomorrow. But we stuck to our guns. We said, no, we are confident of the value that we bring to the table. And just for a contract that will be signed tomorrow, we cannot dilute 50% of our value. We held on to our nerves. We held on to the contract. We signed it a month later and at the same value. When you are confident of the value that you deliver, your prospect has really understood and bought into the value, they will sign the contract. So here it is, a simple negotiation framework that you can use in your upcoming enterprise deal. Remember the 5 principles: anchor early, anchor high, trade value, don't cave, control the payment terms, use competitive leverage properly, and slow down towards the end. Master these and you'll not only protect your price, you'll earn respect as a founder who knows business and not just product. If you're a SaaS founder who is still struggling with these GTM strategies, how to negotiate, how to navigate procurement, I help early stage founders navigate these rough waters through my services. You can connect with me, you can DM me on LinkedIn or drop in an email on the email ID below. Do not forget to like and share this content. Drop in your comments, let me know your thoughts, and wish you all the best for your upcoming negotiations.